Hi there, welcome back to American Lingo Academy. I'm Fiona, and today we're going to learn 10 super useful phrasal verbs that native English speakers use all the time in everyday conversations. These verbs might sound a little tricky at first, but don't worry. I'm going to explain each one really clearly with simple examples that you can start using right away. So grab a cup of coffee or tea, get comfortable, and let's dive right in. Number 1, dole out. This phrasal verb means to give something to several people, usually in small amounts. We often use it when someone is distributing things like food, money, advice, or even punishments. It has a feeling of giving things one by one or bit by bit to different people. For example, imagine you're at a family dinner and your grandmother is serving dessert. She's walking around the table with a big cake, giving each person a slice. You could say, Grandma was doling out pieces of cake to everyone at the table. It means she was giving cake to each person, one by one. Here's another one. Think about a teacher in a classroom who loves to give homework. Every single day, this teacher gives the students new assignments. Your friend might complain and say, Mr. Johnson is always doling out homework like it's candy. This means the teacher is constantly giving out homework to the students. Number 2, doss about. This is a very casual British expression that means to waste time or do nothing productive. When you doss about, you're just relaxing, maybe being a little lazy, and not doing anything important. Americans might say hang around or goof off instead, but it's good to know this phrase too. For example, imagine it's Saturday morning and you have no plans. You're just sitting on the couch, watching TV, scrolling through your phone, and eating snacks. Your roommate comes home and asks what you've been doing all day. You could answer, "Oh, I've just been dossing about all morning." It means you've been relaxing and not doing anything special. Here's another one. Picture two teenagers who are supposed to be studying for a big test tomorrow. But instead of studying, they're playing video games and joking around. Their mom walks in and says, "Stop dossing about and get back to your homework." She's telling them to stop wasting time and start being productive. Number 3, doss around. This phrasal verb is basically the same as doss about. It means to waste time, be lazy, or not do anything useful. You can use either one. And they both have that casual, relaxed feeling. Native speakers use these when talking about spending time without any real purpose. For example, let's say you and your friends have a free afternoon with nothing planned. You all decide to just walk around town, grab some ice cream, and chat. Later, someone asks what you did today. You might say, "We just dossed around downtown for a few hours." This means you spent time hanging out casually without doing anything specific. Here's another one. Imagine a college student who has a 3-hour break between classes. Instead of going to the library to study, he sits in the cafeteria, talks to friends, and plays games on his phone. His study partner might say, "I saw you dossing around in the cafeteria instead of studying." This means he was wasting time instead of being productive. Number 4, doss down. This phrasal verb means to sleep somewhere temporarily, usually somewhere that's not your regular bed. Maybe you're sleeping on a friend's couch, on the floor, or in a place that's not super comfortable. It's informal and often used when you need a quick place to crash for the night. For example, imagine you missed the last bus home after a party at your friend's house. It's really late, and your friend says you can stay over. He brings you a blanket and a pillow for the couch. You could say, "Thanks for letting me doss down on your couch tonight." This means thank you for letting me sleep here temporarily. Here's another one. Think about a group of friends going on a camping trip. They don't have a tent, so they decide to sleep under the stars in their sleeping bags. One friend might say, "We can just doss down by the fire tonight." This means they'll sleep there temporarily in a casual, simple way. Number 5, double as. This phrasal verb means that something or someone has two different purposes or roles. When something doubles as something else, it can be used in two different ways. It's really common when talking about furniture, rooms, or even people's jobs. For example, imagine you live in a small apartment and you don't have a lot of space. You have a sofa in your living room, but at night, it folds out into a bed for guests. You could say, "My sofa doubles as a guest bed." This means the sofa has two purposes. It's a couch during the day and a bed at night. Here's another one. Picture someone who works as a teacher during the week, but on weekends, she also works as a photographer for weddings. Someone might say she's a teacher, but she also doubles as a wedding photographer on weekends. This means she has two different roles or jobs. If you're enjoying this lesson so far, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We upload new videos every single day to help you improve your English and sound more natural when you speak. Your support really means the world to me, so thank you so much. Now let's keep going with more phrasal verbs. Number 6, double back. This phrasal verb means to turn around and go back in the direction you came from. Maybe you forgot something, or you realized you went the wrong way, so you have to go back. It's super useful when giving or following directions. For example, imagine you're walking to the store and you suddenly realize you left your wallet at home. You have to turn around and walk back to get it. You could say, "Oh no, I forgot my wallet. I need to double back and get it." This means you need to go back the way you came. Here's another one. Think about someone hiking on a trail in the forest. She takes a wrong turn and gets lost. She checks her map and realizes she needs to go back to the last marker she saw. She might say, "I think we need to double back to that sign we passed 10 minutes ago." This means they need to turn around and retrace their steps. Number 7, double over. This phrasal verb means to bend forward suddenly, usually because of pain or laughter. When you double over, your body folds in half. We use this when something hurts so much or is so funny that you can't stand up straight. For example, imagine someone eating dinner really fast and suddenly getting a terrible stomachache. The pain is so strong that they bend forward and hold their stomach. You could say, "He doubled over in pain after eating too quickly." This means the pain made him bend forward suddenly. Here's another one. Picture a comedy show where the comedian tells the funniest joke you've ever heard. You laugh so hard that you can't stand up straight anymore. Your friend might say, "That joke was so funny, I doubled over laughing." This means the laughter made them bend forward because it was so intense. Number 8, double up. This phrasal verb has a couple of meanings. It can mean to share something with another person, like a room or a bed, because there's not enough space. It can also mean to bend over in pain or laughter, just like double over. The meaning depends on the context. For example, imagine a school trip where there aren't enough hotel rooms for everyone. 2 students have to share one room instead of each having their own. The teacher might say, "Since we're short on rooms, some of you will need to double up." This means 2 people will share a room. Here's another one. Let's say you're watching a hilarious movie with your family. There's a scene that's so funny, your sister can't stop laughing. She's laughing so hard that she's bending over and holding her stomach. You could say, "My sister doubled up with laughter during that scene." This means she bent over because she was laughing so much. Number 9, double up as. This phrasal verb is very similar to double as. It means that something or someone serves 2 different functions or purposes. You can use double as or double up as, and they mean basically the same thing. For example, imagine you work in an office that has a small kitchen area. During lunch, people use it to eat and make coffee. But sometimes, the team also has meetings there because there's a table and chairs. You could say, "Our kitchen doubles up as a meeting room when we need extra space." This means the kitchen serves 2 purposes. Here's another one. Think about a garage that a family uses to park their car. But the dad also has tools and a workbench in there, so he fixes things and builds projects in that same space. Someone visiting might say, "This garage doubles up as a workshop." This means the garage has two different uses. Number 10, doze off. This phrasal verb means to fall asleep, usually unintentionally or without planning to. It often happens when you're tired and you're sitting somewhere comfortable, like on the couch or in a chair. It's different from going to bed on purpose. For example, imagine you're watching a boring documentary on TV late at night. You're sitting on the couch and your eyes start to feel heavy. Before you know it, you wake up an hour later and the TV is still on. You could say, I dozed off on the couch while watching TV. This means you fell asleep without meaning to. Here's another one. Picture a student sitting in a really warm classroom after lunch. The teacher is talking, but the student is so tired and full from eating that she can't keep her eyes open. Her head starts to drop, and she falls asleep for a few seconds. A classmate might whisper, "Hey, you dozed off during the lesson." This means she fell asleep briefly and accidentally. And that's it. Those are 10 really useful phrasal verbs that you can start using in your everyday English conversations. I know learning phrasal verbs can feel challenging sometimes, but the more you hear them and practice them, the more natural they'll become. Try to use one or two of these in your conversations this week and see how it feels. Thank you so much for watching today's lesson. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new lesson. We upload new videos every single day. I'll see you in the next video. Keep practicing and remember, you're doing an amazing job. Bye for now.